Good afternoon. I'm your Happy Healer, Keith Landy, for President of the United States. My fellow Americans, let's please pray for the victims of the earthquake in Puerto Rico. These are trying times, and we must go fast and get work done fast. We've been sitting around fighting against each other, even in the middle of these catastrophes. And I have a lot to give to you today and to discuss, and it's all campaign and United States of America specific. Soon we'll be coming out with some scheduling stops for future rallies and more, but this is right now about addressing the nation and talking to people and about problems and including grave threats and bad decisions. I want to discuss those with you. But before I do, I want to acknowledge those who understand the global threat taking place in Australia. Wildfires have killed 480 million animals. I can't even imagine how that's possible. It's such a staggering number, and I really hope it's overestimated, as most Americans hardly even know about it. Why is that still happening? Because Americans do what I discuss as being greedy. It's the behavior of many people in one society working off of a selfish ideal. And it all stems from money having more value than people do in our society in both actions and thoughts. When you see that collective issue, we need a collective fix will only come from a collective common bond of love. We have yet for the system of love, and it's time for the people. They want it. It's clear for all to see, and I'm the candidate to bring it, I assure you of that. We need in all of us the honest broker of truth to make our life logical and in dealing with problems. I refer to it simply as, it's sufficient enough that if I were your president, I would be speaking directly with Australia on this. First, what do we need on the ground to make things happen and get better? We learned the thing about fires in California, and we have to do our level best to minimize this kind of death. Even drones could be used to help that, and we have to rely upon each other. And one of our problems is this civil war, which instead of getting better is only boiling over each day. Horrible things are said from one American to another, and nobody in America wishes to really fight with each other. So we're going to talk more about this stuff. Never forget about that. It's time to get wise for the children, folks. And so what I'm going to do now is put in for you the opener, and then I'll be right back.
So, if you do win an award tonight, Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come
To
up,
be so
accept your
self-righteous
little
and to say that
award,
you
thank
have
your
the
agent
right
and
way,
your God,
but to be so far away from that which is right is to be so far away from the truth, and yet to admonish so many does nothing to unite this country. We have to be united in this time.
Right, let's do the first award. The first award.
Hello and welcome aboard Happy Force One. I'm your Happy Healer, Keith Landy, for President of the United States of America. I am so excited about that. We have our red, white, and blue flying everywhere. We're so excited about the opportunity to run in the first place, and so eager to show the truth to fellow Americans. I just know it's going to fly over great. I can't wait. Hello and good Sunday morning. I'm your Happy Healer for President, Keith Landy. We are out here in Orlando, Florida right now, working for you, the people. We'll be heading up to Iowa. And, we're going to be looking at the schedule, and that schedule will be coming out soon. Right now, it's important for you to know that we have very serious issues going on in our country. We're going to have to get very humble about that. And I believe that with all of my heart, that we have to come together. And I'm going to talk about that right now. We're going to have to talk about becoming humble, and about our unity, and about some threats. Specifically, we have Iran and some other things, the wildfires in Australia. In the meantime, we have new discoveries that hardly make the radar. So let's talk about that stuff up next. Hi folks, it's your Happy Healer here, and I am in my Happy Force One rig. This right here is the main power station and the power box connector along with, as you can see, it keeps things going. Just keeps things going. And it's all plugged into the bus. It's the main power for the bus. Before we start the bus, what we're gonna do is we're going to go outside, and we are going to the generator. 2 is the battery for the bus, and 1 and 2 together are both. And so anytime you exit the comfort and the security of your home, of your house, and this is all solid, it is not going anywhere. You check your mirrors, and I have a video camera system also that gets all around the bus and even further beyond out. That we're okay, so now we can go out and make our move. Usually what I like to do, just when I'm dealing with any of this stuff, is to wear gloves. It's just a comfort thing for me, because I'm your Happy Healer lover. I just want to be a Happy Healer lover. And I just want to be in my magical world. I don't want to deal with the death and destruction that people cause. It could be love instead. And they do their destruction, they love it too. And I look them in the eyes and I say, what do you do? The destruction comes back to bite you. It always does. And so, here we are. Not hurting anybody. This is boondocking, what they call. And there she is. And it was a little cold earlier, but I think we had a couple of nights that were really cold, you know, and I thought it was colder than it was. So, but as you can see, we have an entire vessel here, and this whole thing is powered, and everything is just rocking and rolling and keeping your Happy Healer feeling happy. And that's what we need in this life. Let's not be about it. People are such, they're so worried about what other people think. What's most important is yourself. Are you happy in your environment? My goodness, you're so worried about what the others think. What about what... Okay, folks, I am going to deal with, because I've been getting a lot of people telling me that the program is sticking, and I checked our connection to the various internet portals that we have here, and it's not the best right now. So what I'm going to do is work on that, fix that, and I'll come back on later on this evening, and we'll get this out. It's a very important program. We're going to be covering so many things that really is just to catch up on some stuff. We're live from Happy Force One, and of course, sometimes this is the case out on the road. I assure you, we'll be doing a lot of live stuff, but as well, we'll be putting through pre-recorded programs, and so this way you won't get any of that kind of choppy feel to longer programs, really. And so what's going to happen is I'll go ahead and end this for now. We'll work on the connection, and we'll come back on tonight, and it'll be faster. If worse comes to worse, we'll just send pre-recorded video out and let you view that. Thank you. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.